Nation. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Stat, Shocking Traumas and Treatments, and I am your host, Karen. Something happened to my voice there. I'm not even going to cut that out. And I'm your host, Karen Wickham, coming to you from beautiful Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And I have a guest today. Welcome, Danica.
Hello.
And her sister, Berthawana.
Hello.
If you guys haven't figured it out, Erica is on the show.
Hey, guys. Hey.
It has been a gajillion years.
It's definitely been a good COVID year. That's for sure.
Well, I figured if we could get her on once a year,
Yeah.
that would be good. So we're just going to pack a punch right now. Erica, tell us a little bit about what's been going on in your life.
What hasn't been? I just recently switched jobs, so that's been a little chaotic.
Tell them what you do now. Or I guess I don't know if you're allowed to say.
I drive a bus.
And you've hit some people.
And I haven't hit them. I've almost hit them. And that was in a streetcar, so it doesn't count. So it's fine.
You told me you hit them. I'm like,
No, not hit them. Almost hit them.
Almost hit them.
Oh my God. If I hit somebody, I wouldn't even be, I don't even think I'd be employed.
Unless it's just what
But
happens.
it's like people in Toronto run, it's like they see something coming and they run in front of it.
They're like, that's not going to stop. Let's go.
Yeah, let's take this risk.
Mm-hmm.
It's like jumping in front of a subway and expecting it to stop.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop.
No.
So what is wrong with these people?
I'm sure that they'll have like, hey, everybody, look, Erica got her first hit and run today.
And everybody's like, woo! They bust out a cake that says congratulations.
They're like, it took that long.
Yeah, well, it's because safety never takes a holiday, Karen.
That's
as you
right.
Remember.
Well, so I want Erica's streetcar. We're going to name it. See, I'm already insinuating myself into your job. The streetcar is going to be named Desire.
Yeah.
And Erica's name is now Stella.
Stella. Yeah.
No, I'm Stella. Because when someone starts acting up on the streetcar, you're going to go, Stella!
Stella!
You'll be like Marlon Brando. And I'll come running and I'm like, where is it?
I have to interrupt you.
What?
So Karen's cat is lying on the back of her chair, and he is the cutest thing. He's just staring at us as we're talking, and I can't even stand his cute little face. Like his head was over his paw until Karen moved the chair and rudely interrupted him, but that's fine.
He's the sweetest little mini kitty. He is tiny.
He is very small for an insha. That's one cat. If
Unsha.
insha.
In chat.
In chat.
And you have met Mabel.
So since the last time I saw Mabel, so she's quadrupled in size. She's basically massive and could carry you on her back on a saddle.
She's 4 months old and she weighs 35 plus pounds.
Yeah. So I just made her sound like you could ride her on a saddle, and you just said she's 35 pounds. So
Sorry.
thanks for throwing me under the bus.
Well, you'll be able to ride her under the streetcar.
Under the streetcar.
She'll but she's just like the sweetest girl.
She's so freaking cute, and I was giving Mary a hug when I came in, and she bit my butt. So
Nibbled.
sorry,
just
she
nibbles.
nibbled. She doesn't bite. Sorry, she nibbled with her sharp teeth.
She said, "Look at those buns."
Look at those buns. I'm gonna grab one of those buns in my mouth.
That's her voice.
Hey guys,
I gotta grab some buns.
I like my buns.
I gotta stay away from them hot dogs, but I'll grab some buns.
And this is just a rando thing too. So, okay, if you have a dog, I want you to look at their butts. I know this is gonna sound crazy. Okay, if you look at your dog's butt, you can see Jesus.
What?
On their butt? Yeah.
No, you can't.
I swear to God, I'm
What
gonna
do you
show you a
mean?
picture.
You see Jesus on the
Like Jesus, like this,
On the
like
cross.
Jesus. Okay, not on the cross, just
Oh, it's
like
like,
standing there, being like, oh,
Yeah.
with his arms up. It's Jesus.
On whose butt?
All dogs. You know, like the swirls that dogs have on their butts.
It looks like Jesus.
I'm gonna show you a picture.
How the hell did you figure this out?
Because I was walking with some friends on a trail, and they all bring their big dogs. Obviously, Gracie's too little to go. So they're walking, and they're walking in front of me and whatever, and I'm like, this look like Jesus on that dog's butt.
You're crazy.
Let
me see.
You think I'm cray? I'm cray.
You'll have to send me the picture if it actually in fact looks like Jesus.
Oh, you're gonna see right now.
Hopefully no one will be overly offended.
There you go.
Fuck off. It does.
I told you. So when I see it, it's on. So you can always find Jesus on a butt. Like there's always you just gotta look.
So is that where the term holy shit comes from?
That's what I'm gonna guess because honestly, it's I know.
Okay, send me that picture so I can post it.
Okay. I'll send you the good one. I'm gonna send her the one that's pretty big.
That really looks like it. Oh my
Yeah.
Lord.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my God.
Literally, oh my God.
Oh, Erica, I've missed you.
I've missed you.
Only you would come up with something like this.
I mean, you know what? I saw it and I was like, there's Jesus. And then I looked it up because I didn't want to sound crazy.
No, you wouldn't want that.
And it's a thing. So for Halloween, I am
Yeah,
going
but only if the dog, you're going
as a dog's butt.
I'll have to get pictures of that.
So yeah, that's.
Now, Mabel has a very, like a very fluffy butt because she's a long-haired dog. So you can't really see it on the long-haired dogs, or you can assume it's under there somewhere.
Well, yeah, you can assume that Jesus is just think of it as he's in a comfy robe.
One of those like sheepskin, like Sherpa robes.
Yeah, like a Sherpa robe. He's just chilling under there.
Now I'm gonna have to, like, when she gets groomed, say, take it down.
Take it down.
Take
Take
it to
Jesus
the wood.
right down.
Take it
right
to the wood.
Just her butt.
Just her butt.
And you're gonna see. You are going to see.
Now, do people have Jesus on their? No.
No.
I think it more looks like just a brown eye winking at you. Yes, you're winking.
Yeah.
Only you have a green eye.
Yeah. It's a little stuttery,
Oh
but
my God! What a great way to start a show.
it's amazing.
Okay, so I could just talk about, like, we could just go like this forever.
See, we don't even need, like, so here's the thing. Karen takes notes, right? So she's got about fucking 10 pages of notes going on in here.
Yeah.
But the thing is what she forgets is she doesn't need to take notes on It's Her and I.
Yeah,
Because we could just go.
that's true.
Like you say this is a Halloween episode. We're going to go with Halloween stuff.
We're gonna just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think of when I think of the word Halloween?
What?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
You know what I think of?
What?
Well, I'm going to tell you in a minute.
Tell me.
No, it'll come out as one of the Halloween's facts.
Oh.
That you're going to hear, and you're going to go, get out of town, and you're going to push me like Elaine on, oh, that's Finn, walking into the...
I don't think anything came out, so we're good. Does he have Jesus on his butt?
I don't know. Maybe
Hi.
cats don't.
Oh, he's really cute.
He is. So, like, okay, the joke's gone.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter now.
That's all right. It was good.
Okay, so we're going to talk about Halloween accidental deaths.
My favorite.
Because what else would you talk about on this show?
Exactly.
Okay. Ooh. My gains. Was that loud to you?
No.
Okay, it's loud to me.
But I'm deaf today, so.
Erica can't hear properly.
No, my ears are blocked with something.
It sounds like... right?
Yeah, it could be like baby spiders.
It
Maybe
could
I'm
be.
going to become a mother.
No, I think you're becoming a robot.
You're going to be an aunt to 15,000 nieces and nephews.
God.
Christmas will be fun for you.
It'll be fun for them when I get a blowtorch out. All you'll hear is, no,
It's like Daddy Longlegs.
water.
So I used to think, it's Halloween, I can talk about this.
Yeah.
I used to think that Daddy Longlegs were poisonous. But because their mouths were so small. So my friend Emmett used to do, like, they were like, Daddy Longlegs are so poisonous, but they can't bite you because their mouths are so small. So they have to come up to you, and they sit in front of you. And with their mouths, they go, punch up your skin and put it in my mouth. So that they can bite you, and you can be poisoned.
So you're supposed to sit in front of a daddy long legs and say, pinch up your skin so I can bite you.
They say it, and then you bunch up your skin so they can bite you.
Yeah, but why would you bunch up your skin? Because
Well,
are you
they're so
mesmerized?
cute. Yeah, you're mesmerized by their 483,000 long legs.
And their eyes are like all swirly?
Yeah, and they can like lose a leg and it's fine. They can still move around.
And they'll grow it back in 4 seconds.
Yeah.
I hate those things.
They scare me.
Bugs scare me.
Me too.
Let's get back to the Adrian Broadway.
Oh,
15-year-old. This took place in Little Rock, Arkansas in 2014. Okay, he was with his friends. Oh, no, it's a her, sorry. She was with her friends toilet papering, egging, and throwing mayonnaise on a car.
Well, she deserved it.
In retaliation for the prank, someone else had pulled on her book? What? Hold on a second. Oh, I can't even read my...
They pulled on her book. Her braid. Her braid?
They pulled on her book.
It doesn't really say that. Let me see your rating. Adrian Broadway, Little Rock, Arkansas, was with her friends toilet papering, egging, and throwing mayonnaise on a car. In retaliation for a prank someone else had pulled on her book. 48-year-old Willie Noble came out of the house and opened fire on them in their car, killing her and injuring one of her friends, sentenced to 30 years in prison.
Yep. I don't know why they were pulling on her book. Clearly that's...
You know what? They have to learn not to pull on people's books. I mean...
I have no idea why I wrote that.
That's...
And my writing's pretty clear.
Her writing is very neat, but it clearly does say book.
I must have been thinking something else. Anyway,
braid. Let's say pulling on her braid.
Pulling on her braid.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. That's what happened. And then we have the... okay. This one's sad, but I laugh, and I feel really bad for laughing at this. And I think you're going to listen and tell me not to feel bad.
Okay.
Okay. The fatal wedgie.
How in the fuck?
This happened in 2013. 33-year-old Bradley Davis pulled his 58-year-old stepfather, his name was Denver St. Clair. He pulled his underwear so far up the elastic band slipped around his neck and asphyxiated him. Davis claimed that it was an act of self-defense and that St. Clair was sentenced to 30 years for first-degree manslaughter.
By wedgie. Death by wedgie.
The atomic fatal wedgie. How do you... Okay, self-defense, you give someone a wedgie when you're trying to defend yourself. Just stand still for a second.
I'm just going to pull up your pants.
And stick it around your neck. So it's kind of sad.
Can I see where you bought your pants? I just want to check the tag here in the back.
Before you kill me. Gotcha.
Sucker.
Bet you that guy was, he's looking down from, well, let's assume he goes to heaven.
Yeah.
He's looking down and going, shit, I should have wore boxers.
I wonder if they were Hanes. I hear Hanes are the stretchiest.
There you go.
The great elastic band.
The best, the deadly elastic band. Okay, so this is a toilet paper prank turned deadly. In October 2010,
Dun, dun, dun.
Alabama fireman James McCrae was driving around when he noticed 4 teenagers toilet papering his house. He thought they were also going to break into their house because whatever, he's toilet papering. Now they're going to break in, right?
Yeah.
He chased him in his car. He was not wearing a seatbelt, and he lost control, crashed into a fence, was ejected, and died at the scene. Yeah.
Well, like, were they in a car as well?
Yeah, sorry, did I fail to mention that?
No, I think you did, and I wasn't listening.
No, like, he was trying to get their license plate number.
What a dummy.
Yeah, call the police?
And was he not a firefighter?
He was a firefighter.
So he should have known the rules. I mean...
Yeah. He was obviously this pissed off hothead that was like...
Oh, for sure.
He was waving his fists in the air going, I'm gonna get you.
So he was a 106-year-old hothead.
I'd be a hothead if I was 106.
Yeah, that's true. I'd be
like, mate, get out of here, you little whippersnappers.
I'd fart all the time. I'd fart all the time.
I can't wait till I hit a certain age where I can say whatever the fuck I want, and people are just going to have to, like, suck it up, and they'll go, oh, Grandma.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be, like, the worst person. You know Sophia on The Golden Girls?
Yeah, I want to be her.
I'll be her, but, like, on crack.
Like her mixed with Dorothy.
I love her so much. I love Bea Arthur. Do you want to know a fun fact about Bea Arthur?
Yes.
She was in the military.
I did know that.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. She was badass.
She was fucking amazing.
I would be Bea Arthur if I was a Golden Girl.
I'd like to say I'd be Blanche, but I'd like to get out of those days. So I'm going to go with...
You'd be Blanche. No, yeah.
I'd still be Blanche?
Yeah.
But Blanche after she found Jesus.
On the back of a dog's butt.
On the back of a dog's butt.
I found Jesus. Look. Come over here, Rover. Turn around. Right there.
Right there, you see?
Stop winking at me, Jesus.
See his praying hands?
Do you ever heard the saying when after someone farts, someone says, "Spico toothless wonder"?
No.
It's the best.
That's amazing. What do I say when somebody
Drops a bomb.
farts? I say, "Bless you," because why should it just be out of their mouth that you say "bless you"? What is it? A sneeze? Like, why say "bless you" to a sneeze,
But not to a fart.
but not to a fart?
Yeah, I think burp goes with that too.
Yeah. So I just say "bless you."
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Bless you.
Bless you. Oh, bless you.
And you got to be able to hear
Did
it.
you get
though.
that on your pants?
So what if it was a silent but deadly?
If you smelt it, I still look at them. If I smell a fart, I turn around and say, "Bless you, whoever did that."
Because you're experiencing something that is as close to a noxious substance as possible.
Yeah.
You're like, you made that?
Good for you. Bless you. Bless you, my child.
Okay, here's another one that this is a prank that backfired.
Okay.
No one died in this one. Okay, so a North Carolina family decided to hang a dummy from their second-story roof to make it look like the person had slipped while cleaning their gutters and was now holding on for dear life. So picture Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, when he's just hanging
When
there.
he's just hanging there,
Yeah.
and he's like, you know, and so he had on the dress this thing up in like jeans, sweater, running shoes.
Looks like a person.
Absolutely wig. It looks like 100% like a person. So all hell broke loose when someone was walking their dog and they saw this thing hanging and they called the fire department. The fire department arrived, set up their ladder, and someone heard them saying, "Hang on, help is on his way."
He was hanging on for a long time.
And so when they got, so obviously they figured it out. It was a dummy, and but you really can't get mad at the people,
No, because it's
can you?
no.
it's Halloween.
People hang like fake limbs out of the backs of their trunks and drive around.
Yeah, like you really can't get mad. I like it. So this one is pretty good too, and this is where I wonder the level of intelligence here. This is the lawnmower joke.
Oh no.
Another accident prank with a family that staged that a riding lawnmower had driven over a person. So they had this dummy and they had arms and legs just hanging out. It was sitting on top of and they put spray paint all over the place. So it looked like an absolute mangled massacre.
I love it.
Someone walked by. They're like, they saw the gruesome scene, absolutely lost their shit, called the police. The police got there, and it says this, I don't know if it's true, but the police only figured it out after they started CPR on it. How smart are you?
Like what did you touch that
Like
you thought was a real person?
You'd have to move the lawnmower off of them, first of all.
Yeah, and what if
And then you see this, like, Annie, you know, the CPR Annie with that horrific face staring back at you.
yeah.
But like a mannequin, and you'd be like,
Oh, we should start
1, 2.
She doesn't look good.
How could you not tell before doing
You
CPR?
know, like The Office,
Like
when
the-
he cuts off the dummy's face and wears it. And
Yeah.
he's
Yeah. You could do that with bologna too. Try it. Get
I'm
a
gonna
piece of
try it.
bologna, and you will look like the scariest person ever.
like, I can't wait.
Okay, so next,
Yes.
here my. I can't do it. You know me and my papers. I love my books. Oh, she's doing it again. That I don't miss.
Reunited and it feels so good.
Oh yeah.
Da-na-na-na, I don't know the words.
It's nice to see you. Now I gotta go poo. It's got nothing to do with Jesus but on dogs. All right, this one is called the Halloween Armed Robbery.
Love it.
So picture this. I'm going to do Sophia. I've been watching a lot of Golden Girls
I
lately.
love it.
But you know what?
What?
It's really bad.
Oh, it's so racist. Some of them are like, whoa.
It would not fly.
Today.
Like
no.
But I picture myself back in the day just laughing at all this, and I
Yeah.
go like, oh my god! Instead of me going like, you know, whatever. This was back in '80, so this was 40 years ago. Now my jaw just hits my chest, and I'm like, no, they just didn't say that, did they?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I love them, and I feel like I shouldn't watch it anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, well, let's move on to Halloween Armed Robbery.
This one's going to be good.
This took place in Lansing, Michigan. So a man went to a costume party dressed as an armed robber. He had a skull mask, a bulletproof vest, a fake one, and a fake M16 rifle. They all got wasted, had a great time, and he decided to go home. On the way home, he decided to stop into Starbucks, dressed in his whole costume. So he goes in. One of the people there hit the deck, like, we're getting robbed. The other one stands with her arms up in the air. Not before that, she hit the police alarm. She's standing there with her arms up, and the guy's like, wait a minute here. The police rush in. You know, they're
Freaking out.
Put your hands up, all this kind of stuff. And he's like, wait a minute.
This is a fake costume.
This is a fake costume. And so anyway, they confiscated everything and they let him go, and with a warning. But I bet you back at the police station, they were like, check this out.
That was a fucking great costume.
Yeah. I think the people, though, I mean, it's a bad state when someone walks in with a costume and, you know, someone hits a deck, they've got the other one's got their arms up in the air and they're like, it's go time, you know, like what the fuck?
I mean, it is, yeah.
It's bad.
It is bad.
Okay, so this next one took place in England. Someone dressed up as a sheep and was covered in cotton balls. They went on the subway to go to a party. They were with a bunch of other people.
Right.
And some douchebag decided it would be funny to flick their lighter
Oh, shit.
and wave it underneath the cotton balls caught on fire.
Of course.
His friends tried to help by pouring alcoholic drinks.
Oh, it fueled the fire.
They fueled the fire. Then he was badly burned. And thank God the person who did it was filthy rich, and they settled out of court. So, yeah, got a lot of money from that, but really...
Yeah,
a lot of
badly
money,
burned, a lot of
badly
money.
burning. No,
Now, did it burn? Well, no. I'm not
I don't know
getting
how.
into that.
I don't know.
I'm a horrible person. Okay, so he got a lot of money. That's fantastic for him.
Yeah, I don't think so. I would take being poor and being healthy over
Well, yeah.
being rich and, you know,
Somewhat burned.
somewhat burned. Okay, so this is my favorite out of all these pranks. Okay. A single 40-year-old woman in Florida successfully sued her neighbor for defamation, harassment, and emotional distress after a man next door, her neighbor, set up a Halloween display that made fun of her. Yes. He put a sign on his lawn, like he built a little structure that suggested that, well, it said that it was an insane asylum sign, but it pointed at her house.
Amazing.
And then he also made a tombstone, and on it said, at 48, she has no mate, no date, and it's no debate that she looks 88. She sued him and won a load of cash. And part of the judgment is that he's never allowed to put up a Halloween display again.
I'd sell and move.
Come on. At 48, she has no mate, no date. It's no debate. She looks 88. What you can sue for nowadays, I might be like, I would go over and kick it and then walk away and go, Like, would you literally?
No.
But I guess if she's 48 with no mate, no date, it's no debate.
Where's the banjo?
Put the ukuleles over there somewhere.
Oh my God.
Okay. This is another one. I'm almost done through these. I just love these. Teen eggs electricity station. Pennsylvania, Halloween 2006. A dumbass 15-year-old decided to egg a local electric company substation. And it was also raining at the same time. The combination of egg and rain caused a huge explosion that pretty much destroyed the substation and knocked out power for 8,000 people. He was treated in the hospital for ringing in his ears. Could you imagine how loud that would be?
You know what? I have ringing in my ears today. So
it's just, you know what? It's like someone standing behind you walking around going,
yeah, it's like there's a twang off of everybody's voice, like a
that would drive me crazy.
Oh, it drives me mental right now.
I can tell. All right. This one, I don't know what this guy was thinking. So a teacher at Taunton High School, Massachusetts, I can never say it.
Massachusetts,
decided he would scare his class of 15-year-old students. He thought it would be hilarious to run into the classroom with a chainsaw.
Oh no.
So he was wearing a ski mask, revving a real chainsaw, vroom, vroom, like full blast. And he was like, ah! The students lost it and stampeded out of the room. And one of the kids broke their leg trying to like jump over the desk. Yeah. Several parents sued the school board and high school teacher, and the teen who broke his leg got a $100,000 court settlement. Come on, what the fuck was he thinking?
We need to move to the States and sue people because clearly
Honestly,
it's very easy.
But seriously, what is a teacher thinking?
That was pretty stupid.
You could get something from like Walmart and go ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
Ding, ding. No,
Yeah.
he burst in with a real ass chainsaw.
Which is pretty crazy. That's a little stupid,
It's kind of funny,
but kind of stupid.
Yeah, because the kid broke his leg, and you know, what if he like someone ran into him or something? That's a goddamn chainsaw.
Oh yeah, or just like tried to get it out of his hand and like lost an arm, and that's a little crazy.
Okay, and this one is bad.
Okay.
Again, I don't know what. There's so many stupid people out in the world. This father and mother decided to pull a prank on their children who were 6 and 8.
That's a little young.
Okay? The father pretended to kill their mother. He put on a Michael Myers mask and proceeded to pretend to strangle her in front of the 2 kids. Horrified, the kids ran to the neighbor's house and they called the police. The father and mother had a lot of explaining to do. No charges were filed. They were given a stern warning. I don't think that's good enough.
No.
I don't know what you do. Like, how do you...
Like, wouldn't like CAS get involved because that's a little.
I mean, those
fucking
kids
crazy.
will need like 6 and 8 years old. How
I can
traumatized.
understand if the kids were like, 16, 17, 18 years old, whatever. They get it.
Yeah.
Like, and it's Halloween and they're playing a prank and they're like, oh, we know you're playing a prank. It's
Yeah.
Halloween.
6 and 8.
Yeah, that's stupid.
And then there's a whole bunch of people that actually hang themselves on Halloween by accident.
Of course there is.
They're just like, oh, I'm going to scare that person. And then they end up dying, hanging themselves.
Yeah.
There was one really tragic case where a teenager was trying to scare his sister. I mean, he was 15 years old. And that's it. It's done.
I think your brains are just so underdeveloped at that age. You're just
No,
like, let's try something stupid.
Yeah, and I'll scare her. And, I mean, it's tragic. But, again,
Yeah.
it's that, like... Okay, so... Let's move on to some Halloween facts. Are you down with that?
So down with that.
Where do you think the jackal... I'm going to ask you and see if you can answer these right? I love these. I mean, Erica's cold on these. Like, we love to do this. Okay, where do you think the jack-o'-lantern comes from? You might actually know this, but let's see.
Oh, I actually don't think I know this. Was it something... I feel like it was worn maybe as a mask. Like, was a pumpkin worn as a mask or something?
That would be cool, though.
It would be, but it's not.
It would be heavy.
It would be heavy.
And it would smell like pumpkin.
I
I love pumpkin pie, but fresh pumpkin smells like...
Love it. So I put pumpkin in, like, to make like a frittata.
But do you like the smell of raw pumpkin?
I don't mind it.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Weird, right?
It smells like a swamp to me.
That's fair. I don't like cilantro. Do you like cilantro?
You either love it or hate it.
And
I love it.
fucking hate it.
Yeah, so it's one way or the other.
Yeah,
That's
that is
it.
true.
Okay, so this is the story of how the jack-o'-lantern came to be.
Okay.
This is the lore. It's about the legend of Stingy Jack.
Fucking Stingy Jack.
He invited the devil to drink with him. I wish I could do a good Irish accent.
Let me try it.
Okay. If you can read my writing.
I can. Where do we start here?
He invited the devil.
Okay.
It's going to be bad, guys.
It's going to be really bad. He invited the devil to drink with them. Didn't want to pay for the drinks, so he convinced the devil to turn himself into a coin. A coin?
Yeah, an actual coin.
Oh, okay. Instead of buying the drink, he pocketed the coin next to a silver cross to keep the devil from taking shape again. He's a dick.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the devil's a coin now, so he,
But how stupid is the
That's
goddamn
really
devil?
stupid. The devil's a little stupid.
Yeah.
He promised to let what does this say? He promised to let
The devil?
the devil go if he left Stingy Jack. alone for a year, a full year. Twiddly-dee potato.
You've got the devil literally by the balls, by the coins.
You got the devil by the coins.
And you're like, give me a year.
Yeah. So if he died, the devil wouldn't keep his soul. A year later, he tricked the devil again, under the same terms. How stupid can the devil be? Jack died, and God didn't want him, and the devil didn't claim his soul. Jack was sent off into the night with only a burning coal to light his path.
Yeah.
It's getting spoopy here, guys. He placed the coal into a carved-out turnip and has been roaming the earth ever since.
Yep.
Okay, so I need you to, not you, but the people who are listening, I need you to pause this podcast for a second. I need you to go to your internet, and I need you to look up Halloween carved turnips. You will shit your pants.
Yeah, they look like
They're not okay.
scary mummies.
Yeah, like they are not okay.
It could easily be used for, a prop for a horrible, scary
Yeah, like
show.
that could be something that they could use. So,
But they also use potatoes and beets.
twiddly-dee, potato. See?
There you go.
'Cause it's Ireland. People in Ireland and Scotland created their own jack-o'-lanterns out of turnips, beets, and potatoes.
You like saying potato,
I
don't you?
love saying potatoes. So, and then it's as they traveled to North America, they evolved into pumpkins. But I got a little, a really cool tidbit of info for you.
All right, let's do it.
So in Scotland, they don't grow pumpkins.
Why?
In Ireland, they just don't.
They can't, or it's
They
just
just.
like,
I don't know if they can't. They
it's
just don't.
They're like, we don't want that bloody thing here.
Yeah, get it away,
Get it-
potato.
Get it away.
So that you come here, or like North America, whatever, and you're like, what in the Christ are those giant orange things?
Yeah. Lorraine, I know you're in Wales.
Yeah, Lorraine, tell us about.
Or anybody that's from Ireland or Scotland. Can you please confirm and explain your beef with pumpkins?
Yeah, what is the beef with pumpkins? Is it that they won't grow? Because that I get. Like, do they need maybe a dry?
I don't know. Maybe they're just like, those are fucking stupid and gross.
Like we have fields, we have fields of pumpkins. Like right now, if you drive around, and like especially out where I live,
Yeah.
you're going into like past farmers' fields. They're like full of pumpkins.
It looks like you're driving by 1,000 basketballs piled up.
yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
It's ridiculous.
And
now-
you can pick your own pumpkins.
You
which
can
is
pick
really
your own
cool,
pumpkins
and eat them.
And then they have white ones to me that look like, they look like maggot pumpkins. Look,
So
a white pumpkin.
Well,
makes
do you know
no
what a white
sense.
pumpkin? Do you know why
Why?
pumpkins are white?
Why?
Because people squeeze, the pumpkin spice out of them, and then that's how they make like pumpkin spice lattes and stuff for these hipsters.
Yeah, but how do the pumpkins end up white?
Because they've had their basically souls squeezed out of them, and then the pumpkins are white now because like people don't think. They think, oh yeah, eating meat is cruel to animals, which it is, but what about the pumpkins? Nobody thinks about the pumpkins. So these poor white pumpkins, now that you think are so ugly, is because they're missing their pumpkin souls because they've had the pumpkin spice squeezed out of them, and it's a thing.
So those are kind of like ghost pumpkins.
Yeah, they're upset, sad, depressed ghost pumpkins because they've lost their orange color.
And people are like, yeah, look how
Yeah.
good my Porsche looks.
Yeah, exactly.
My
See?
deck looks amazing.
Yeah,
Damn pumpkins. Poor pumpkins.
I know. See? You learn a new thing every day.
This is just a little tidbit. Candy corn. Do you like it or
I
no?
hate it.
Ugh, gross. It was originally called chicken feed.
Okay.
And I think it tastes like it. Because corn is used to feed chickens.
Yes.
And so candy corn, therefore, would be called chicken feed. So in the 1880s, they came up with this disgusting candy corn. I think any confection from the 1880s that still today
Don't
tastes
eat
like
it.
shit.
What's wrong with
We
you?
need to weed that out.
It's like Peeps.
So it would come in. Mary loves Peeps.
Oh, I'm gonna have a stern talking with Mary when we leave this room.
It's just like pure. I don't get them. You know what's fun though? Put them in the microwave and see what happens to them.
Oh, no, that excites me.
They blow up, and then they turn into these little tiny like nothings.
I
They-
gotta
they
show
shrink
you-
to like tiny size.
So you're gonna laugh because this is how random I'm gonna be right now. So there's this dog treat you can get, and you put it in the microwave. So it's like solid hard.
Okay.
Okay. And they're expensive. They're like $22 for like a stick like 3 inches by 2 inches.
Why?
Okay, but wait, it gets better. So you break a piece off, you put it in the microwave. It expands and turns into this like cheese treat for your dog, and it's like huge.
So it's hardened cheese that expands.
But it's not even cheese. Like, it's so weird. I'm gonna look it up
Is
after
it
and
good
find
for
it.
them though?
Yeah, it's so good for them. It's all natural. But they like harden it
so
up
is
and
poop.
yeah, that's true. Dogs' buttholes. Jesus. Amen.
6 degrees of separation.
6 degrees.
Okay, so this is really cool.
By the
Trick.
way, it smells like bacon and it smells fucking delicious.
I know, Mary. She's out there making brekkie. She did give us an option of having some.
I know, and you said no. I didn't even get a chance.
When we're done, I'll make you a BLT if you want.
Yes.
Okay, so where does trick or treating? Where does trick or treating?
Trick or treat.
Okay, so trick or treat comes from souling.
Uh-oh.
Okay, here we go. Also, Halloween is also known as Samhain, and that's sort of the origins of. It's more of a like pagan,
Right.
Celtic pagan practice, and it traces back to the Middle Ages and the rituals, like I said, of the Celtic pagan origins. It was believed that phantoms walk the earth on the night of Samhain. Samhain is halfway between the fall equinox and the winter solstices, making it a seasonal celebration, but that usually falls within early November.
Right.
It also is like for harvests and celebrations and stuff like that, and honoring the dead. So, like I said, I believe that phantoms walk the earth on the night of Samhain. So people would dress up in costumes in an effort to repel the spirits. Go away, spirits.
Trick or treat.
Kick rocks.
Rocks.
Could you imagine back in the 1500s? Kick thy rocks.
Kick at those throxes.
Kick thy pebbles.
Peebles.
As a Catholic Church, of course,
it's Catholic Church.
they ruin everything.
Of course.
Started supplanting pagan festivals with their own holidays. Like, it's also called All Souls Day.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've
I've heard that, yeah.
And the act of souling became popular. So poor children and adults would go door to door, dressed up as spirits, accepting food in exchange for prayers. And that's it.
I don't know how I feel about that.
That just takes a whole fun
I guess
of it.
when I go for trick-or-treating this year, I'll see, like, what, you know.
See, I like scary Halloween costumes. Not like someone that's dressed up like ketchup and mustard. Like, I
No.
want to see that every day.
Yeah.
That does not need to be on Halloween. I want to see someone walking down the street just dressed up as a ketchup bottle.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd be okay with that.
if you look behind my door, you can see that's part of my costume set up there. I've got 3 different wigs. Oh, under there I've got a plague doctor mask. This room,
Like, you're ready to go.
I'm ready to go at any given time.
I love it.
I had this Twitter page. I had 37,000 followers, and I would do whatever, and it got permanently banned.
And this is why.
And I part of it was this reason. I mean, I did talked about. Oh, see, if you look behind you, you can see my tinfoil mask as well.
That's
Oh, not
a
moil, tinfoil
hat.
hat. Wait till you see the mask.
Wait till you see it.
Anyway, yeah, so that kind of that and some other things got me kicked off, but I don't really care. I'm done with the whole
Twitter.
Twitter.
whatever it's called.
No, it's
Twitter.
TikTok. Anyway, here's one. The most lit jack-o'-lanterns on display was 30,581 in the Guinness Book of World Records in Keene, New Hampshire. Can you imagine? We put Keene on the map for lighting up those jack-o'-lanterns.
That's a lot of jack-o'-lanterns.
I don't think they talk like that in New Hampshire, though.
They talk like this.
No, I think they talk with a Boston like accent.
Boston.
Yeah. The mouse land jack. Oh my God! If someone like that, New Hampshire.
I could say so many things, but I'm not going to say anything right now.
And they broke their own record 8 times.
Of course they did.
We're going to do better this year.
What else do they have to do in New Hampshire?
Well, Keene, New Hampshire. Okay. So Halloween folklore is full of fortune telling and magic. So like bobbing for apples and black cats. And one of them is that if an unmarried woman walks down the stairs backwards at midnight while holding a mirror, the man that she's supposed to marry will appear in the mirror. You know why? Because she's friggin' dead. If you walk downstairs backwards with a mirror, you're gonna die. And then you're gonna see a whole bunch of dead people, and maybe one of them
We'll marry you.
will marry you. Tell me you're not gonna die walking backwards downstairs.
The mirror's
into
going to
mirror.
break. You're going to fall, and you're going to fall on a shard of the mirror. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Safety never takes a holiday, kids.
Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
I won't do it.
So I've done it.
You're crazy.
I know, and nothing's ever happened, but I did it.
But you think about, I mean,
Nobody
I'm pretty sure nothing will happen, but I won't risk it.
People don't think of the consequences to their actions, for sure. I'll admit that I've done stupid things like that, like with Ouija boards, and when you're young, and
Ouija boards are bad.
yeah,
I will not mess with Ouija
No.
boards. Never.
I think it's crazy.
Apple peeling. This is another throw it over the shoulder thing. They will peel the apple and throw the skin over their shoulder, and whatever shape it takes, and if it looks like a letter or two, that would be the initials. Like, it's a stretch.
Let's go peel some apples.
So
after
it's like,
this.
I like Bo Joe over there. Oh, look
Let's-
at that's a BJ. Oh, no. I didn't mean it to.
Karen. She's talking about blowjobs, guys.
I really wasn't.
She is. She said that Bojo came out, and then she said BJ. What's on her mind? Mary, come do something about this.
That was absolutely innocent. But maybe not. And another one is Irish barmbrack bread. So they throw a bunch of garbage into the bread. Some of the things may be coins or cloth or rings. So
Oh my God.
if you get a piece of it and you take a bite and you get a coin, that's good luck.
Or you choke to death and die. Or there's some sort of disgusting disease on the coin, and you've just eaten it.
A cloth is bad luck. A coin is good luck. And a ring means what?
Getting married.
That's right.
Okay.
Figure it'd be the Irish.
Twiddly dee potato.
You know what? I have a chunk of Irish in me, so making fun of myself. But again, let us know if this is the truth, and let us know if they're still making Irish barmbrack bread.
Barn bread.
Say that 3 times. Barmbrack bread. The next one is Days of the Dead. So it's one of them called Dia de los Muertos. That goes from October 31st to November 2nd in Mexico and other Hispanic countries. They celebrate and honor lost adults, and they put orange marigolds on their grave.
So I was in Mexico one time on vacation, and I was actually there for a celebration.
Oh, that's cool.
And it is the coolest thing you will ever see in your life.
I love it. I
The
would love to see that.
costumes, the everything. Their rituals are incredible. The way that they honor their dead.
Well, they also
absolutely
have
incredible.
the Dia dos los Inocentes, which is they honor children who died.
Yeah, the innocents.
So an innocent. So they do both, and with that they put baby's breath and white orchids on the graves.
It's crazy. It's insane.
And the original Aztec celebration actually lasted a month long. But when the Spanish conquistadors came over to Mexico in the 16th century, they merged the festival with the Catholic All Saints' Day, of course.
Of course, Catholics always have to be involved in something.
Catholics are always ruining everything. So today's celebration is a mix of both Aztec rituals of skulls, altars to the dead, and food with Catholic masses and prayers. So they mix it all up.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. All right. This is when I was talking about when you think of Halloween, what do you think of? The movie Halloween. Or
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay, well, I think of the Michael Myers mask.
Michael Myers mask. You put a wig on it, looks like Mariah Carey.
What?
Do you know that? Okay, hang on.
No, but listen. When
Keep
you
talking. I'm gonna look this up.
Do you know what the mask was? Because the movie was made on a tight budget.
Yes, it was a mold of somebody's face.
It was actually a cheap $2 mask of Captain James Kirk. So it was actually what's his name? Face molded, and what they did is they spray painted and reshaped the eyes. They cut the eyes different. And no way.
It's Mariah Carey.
It is. Oh my god.
You put a wig on Michael Myers, you get Mariah Carey.
What's his name? Who's the guy? He's Canadian. William Shatner.
William
How do I not know that? So can you imagine one of your biggest claim to fame is that the Michael Myers mask is actually your face, but messed up and is known as like the scariest ugly face out there?
It's kind of funny because the lips do look very... so they have this. It's the Michael Myers mask is actually a William Shatner Star Trek mask from a costume shop that was purchased for under $2. The design crew widened the eye holes, removed the sideburns, and spray painted it white to give it more of an emotionless appearance and less human appearance. Something so simple ended up creating one of the most popular villains of all time.
Yeah. It's crazy, eh? When you look at it like straight on in that picture, you can see it.
Yeah, and William Shatner, to be honest, he was a good-looking dude back when this mold was taken. So
he was a good-looking dude.
Yeah.
Now he's a bloated astronaut.
He is a bloated astronaut. And you know he was not the first one off of Star Trek to go to space? Just saying.
Who was? Who else?
I don't remember her name, but I'm going to look it up.
Oh.
So you keep talking and I'm going to find this.
So let's talk about the Halloween explosion. Halloween 1913 in Sheffield, Alabama, when the neighborhood kids planned to fill the town cannon with gunpowder and detonate it in the middle of the night. The kids were unsurprisingly not experts at measuring out gunpowder. And so they filled it up and they set off an explosion so loud the townspeople assumed there had been an earthquake. The cannon was thrown hundreds of feet from its foundation, and all of the windows in the hotel facing it shattered.
Holy shit. I got it. Her name was Mae Jemison. I hope I said that right.
Okay.
She was an astronaut, and she was a one-time Star Trek actress, and she actually did beat William Shatner to space.
That's cool.
So that's, yeah, nobody acknowledges her. It's just William Shatner's the bigger name, so they figured, oh, he's the first person. He was not.
He was not.
No.
I have a problem, though, with Amazon.
Tell me.
And spaceflight. Wouldn't it be better to have the money put into, I don't know, world hunger than big boys with big toys taken off into space?
Big boys with big toys and little tiny micro penises?
Yeah.
Going into space? Yes.
I don't know. I think that it could be, you've got these like
money spent, better spent elsewhere.
Psychopath, egomaniac, billion gajillionaires,
yep.
Wanting to fly into space when I guess
there's people starving
it's
and
not my money,
dying,
I guess.
and there's, yes.
Yeah. Okay, witches and Halloween. We're getting to the end here.
Bum, bum, bum.
This is okay. So Halloween. Oh no, actually, this one before that. I thought it was interesting, but it makes sense. Halloween was canceled during World War II. First of all, because they were like, we can't be celebrating
during a war.
Halloween during a war. It's not right. But also because they were the rationing of sugar, so they couldn't even like make the candy for it, which it doesn't matter. But it was the right thing to do.
Absolutely.
But I just didn't know that. Okay, witches and Halloween. The friction between Christianity and pagan traditions was influenced in Halloween since the beginning. But one event helped link Halloween to witches. So, in 1589, King James VI sailed across the ocean blue. Sailed across the North Atlantic to retrieve Anne of Denmark. Anne's like, over here.
She's like, I'm coming.
I'm sailing across the ocean blue to go pick up you, Anne of Denmark. Anne of Denmark, I want some wooden shoes.
The shit that comes out of your mouth, Karen, every time.
I'll never let you down, do I?
Did she get her wooden shoes?
No, she's from Denmark. So
she has them already.
Yeah.
So she gave him wooden shoes.
Well,
hopefully.
He went a long way to get some.
That is true.
You know.
Here, I got you a size men's 7.
Well, people in those days were like tiny. Have you ever gone to a museum and seen the costumes from?
Yeah, they're small people.
I know. That's
There's so many other things I could say, but I'm not going to.
We'll just
I'll tell it to you
leave
after.
it there.
Yeah.
So on the return trip to Scotland, the storms were so bad that they were forced to return back to where they came, and everyone blamed it on witches. They believe that the devil appeared in North Berwick on Halloween 1590 and instructed a bunch of witches to recite spells and fling cats in water until a storm killed the king. Why do they always have to get damn cats involved? Imagine the cat going, "Wait a fucking minute.
Just stop flinging me.
Wait, we don't like
And
water."
there's so many things like black cats and just cats in general. Like literally, there's a thing. It was on the news. I'm sitting there one day watching the news, and they're saying, "Make sure you bring your cats in on Halloween night."
It's ridiculous.
What?
People are sick.
Just don't let your cats out. But that's another story. Okay.
So I have a black cat, Meatball.
Yeah.
I love him so much. I love all my pets.
Adorable.
And Meatball is so chill.
Yeah.
He's so loving. He's just a real sweet. He rubs up and down Mabel now. He goes up and he's like, "Purr, purr, Mabel, purr." And Mabel's like, "Hi." And no, what's her voice again? It's Mabel's voice like this.
guys.
Hey, little fairy cat.
you? She doesn't even know.
And
She
he
doesn't
goes,
even know.
And he goes, Meatball. But you can call me Meatball.
But you can call me MB. What up,
Anyway,
MB?
so I've noticed because I've had a black cats before. And I've been...
And I've had a black cat as well.
Yeah.
And they're great cats.
Do you not find that black cats are more chill than the average cat?
Yes.
So I asked Sandra, my sister-in-law, who's a vet, she's been on the show, about that. I'm like, do you find that there's certain personalities with certain breeds of cat? And of course, that's the case.
Right.
But so I said, our black cats tend to be more chill cats. And she said, like in her belief, yes. And they're working on some like genetic things to try to figure this stuff out, and personality genes, all that kind of stuff. And it's kind of been shown that black cats are chill.
It's amazing.
So leave the damn cats alone, especially black cats.
Leave the goddamn cats alone.
And they're lying on the bed going, "What is their problem? Look at me.
Yeah.
I'm purring for no reason.
I'm amazing. Look at this silky coat.
And I'm purring.
Yeah.
Why? Just because I'm chill.
Yeah. Just because, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know.
It's ridiculous. So
Yeah.
black cats rule.
They do.
So yeah, they some witches confessed. So witches, quote, in and out of quotes, air quotes, and confessed. So of course they weren't witches.
Yeah.
And they confessed because they were basically told, if you don't confess, we're going to torture you.
And kill your family.
Or you confess and we won't torture you and kill you. So, all right, the best of the two is to just die. No, you know what? I mean, it's horrible because thousands and thousands of women and some men over hundreds of years were tortured and burned at the stake.
Which is insane.
It's sick. So anyway, yeah, some women that were accused of reciting spells and flinging cats.
Guys, don't fling cats this year, please.
Can you imagine? The weather is bad because of them damn witches flinging cats.
Right into the waters.
Into the waters. Okay, this is the last tidbit about Halloween.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, the other thing about celebrating Samhain is that it's supposed to be like full of, for a fun part, of chaos and mayhem and like upside down backwards behavior. So people would do stuff that, like, if you one of the biggest thing is that men would dress as women and women would dress as men. So they would, do all this backwards, upside down stuff. So I mean, that would be cool. I mean, think about some of the best Halloweens. I'm telling you, is on Church Street.
My God, that's
in the
a
gay
blast.
village here in Toronto. You have so many drag queens and drag kings.
And their costumes are incredible.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the best part. Like, that's the best of Halloween as far as I'm concerned.
It's a good time. It's definitely a good time.
Okay, so ancient Romans, they celebrated something that was called Lemuralia, a day in which ancient Romans attempted to placate the ancestor goats, or Lumières. That's supposed to be ghost, I guess, in Roman. With a ceremony. They would take all of their shoes. This is so funny. They would take all of their shoes and clean their hands and throw beans all over the house. No, I was thinking of baked beans, of course.
Yeah, I think of baked beans.
I'm
What kind of beans?
I guess they were just like
Hard beans?
regular beans.
So did it break windows and stuff?
I don't know. The head of the family wandered around getting beans, throwing beans everywhere, and the rest of the family followed that person around, banging pots and pans together, hopefully expelling the family's ghosts. And they felt the whole month of October was unhealthy. Picture that scene. All right. Get your shoes off, kids. Ghosts, go away, you ghosts. Ha!
I'll throw a bean at you.
That'll teach ya. The ghost is like, fuck, I'm out of here. God damn it.
God damn these beans.
Oh, I just hit the thing. So yeah, that is the interesting stupid deaths and stupid pranks and Halloween tidbits. Did you enjoy that, Erica?
I really did.
Did you learn anything new?
I did.
I did too. I loved researching this.
I would have had a good time. There's actually like a lot about witches I learned actually from the movie Hocus Pocus, which is my favorite.
I could see you
Halloween
as
movie.
a king, queen back in the 1500s.
Yeah.
I could just see you just ruling it.
I have a picture I'm actually going to send you. You're going to laugh. A buddy of mine, I was a tattoo artist, and he was a fellow tattoo artist. And for my birthday, no, it was for Christmas, he drew a picture of me. And it's me sitting on a throne, surrounded by women.
Many women. Your harem.
And I look like I'm miserable. And it was hilarious. And he's like, "Here, Merry Christmas." And I said, "This is the greatest picture I've ever gotten in my life. Thank you so much."
I could totally see you back in like those days, medieval days, and you're like the ruler of the country.
But like I'm scared, so other people make my decisions for me.
Well, see, I would be on the side. I'm your like scary magician person.
Yeah, because I don't care about humans, just
I'd be
animals.
whispering in your ear going, "Off with that fucker's head." You'd be like, "Off with her head."
Off with that fucker's... off with the head.
And then
At their head.
And you'd be like, "I don't like the way they look." And I'd be like, "No, they're all right. Let them go."
And I'll be like, "They're all right, let them go. You're ugly, but they're all right."
And I'll be like, "That one's got to go." And you'd be like, "No, they're okay." I'm like, "All right."
All right, fine, they can stay.
And you'd be like, "All right, fine." "All right, fine to what?" No.
You can just
No, you could handle
get out of my way.
You could handle yourself no problem. But I would like to be the evil, like
Oh yeah, like just a little wizard.
in the corner, like, creeping everybody
We'd
out.
have to make you an outfit.
We have to make you an outfit.
All right.
So we'll get you dressed up as royalty,
Okay.
and I'll be this like creepy little hunchback
I want
wizard.
lots of rings.
Okay, we'll get you tons of
sweet.
rings,
Perfect.
and we'll get you a big crown,
Yes.
like a velvet robe.
I'm totally down with all of this.
Yeah, and then I'll be like a hunchback in the corner going, like Mr. Burns. Excellent.
Excellent.
There we go. All right.
Totally down with
How
it.
to rule a kingdom in the year 2021.
You'll see, guys. You'll see.
Oh, this was so much fun. Erica,
It was fun. We got to do this again.
this is great having you around. We'll do it next Halloween.
Yeah. So now we're gonna go and we're gonna shoot our own personal shit.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, stuff that we can't put on air.
Yeah. Maybe one day we'll record it and leave it as a Patreon episode.
Well, I think so. I think we should do an unedited version for the Patreon people.
Yeah.
I think that I appreciate everyone who listens to the show. Like, again, I'm so blown away. I mean, I'm on Audible.
I know. I think that's
That
awesome.
lost my shit when I saw that. Actually, I want to tell a little story about that.
Yeah, of
We're getting
course.
near the end of this. So, back, I guess it's 4 years ago now, Audible was launching the Canada, Audible Canada.
Yeah.
And I had, at that point, I think I had like 600 or 700 books. So what they had done is they, I guess, looked at people who had, in Canada, who had so many books. So they took that, or figured that if they have that many books, they love Audible. So I got an email from Audible that says, "We want you to be the Audible ambassador for Canada. We're launching it. We're going to go to the station downtown, and we're going to go take like a loaded up train, like meaning that it fancy all on the inside train, and take you to Montreal you'll be there. You'll be the ambassador there. You're going to stay at Chateau Frontenac, which is like one of the best hotels.
Best hotels there.
And they're saying all this, and I'm like, this is bullshit. Like, how? Come on. We don't trust things nowadays, right? So I'm like, this can't be real. And I kept getting emails saying, seriously, we want you to do this. And I'm like, no. Months went by, and they kept checking in. And finally I was like, is this legit? I called the number. They're like, it's legit. And I'm like, come on. I never have shit like this happen, right? So it was legit. So Margaret Atwood.
Love her.
Okay.
Margaret Atwood, just so everybody knows, was the one who wrote the books that the TV show
Handmaid's Tale
is based on.
And everything she writes is
amazing.
Friggin' gold. She is like, oh my God, she is actually...
She's a Canadian icon.
My favorite author, not just because of that. There's a reason why she's a Canadian icon.
Yeah.
She's incredible, like dystopian queen. And the things... She's almost like a Nostradamus.
Nostradamus.
I can't say words. Because some of the things she predicts are eerily happened. Anyway, so I got
That's
to
like
meet
if
her.
the Conservatives got into power, we would have turned into the Handmaid's Tale.
It's possible.
There you go.
And Elizabeth Moss was there.
Yeah.
And she read from the book.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
So she was already playing her, and so then she kind of read a chapter from the book, and it was like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. We got onto a Via Rail train, and it was like the super duper train. Oh my God, it was catered. Everything like the food, the seats were amazing. They had a what do you call it? Swag bags. This is what you got in the swag bag.
Okay.
An iPod Touch, 20 free books, headphones. It just goes on and on, the stuff. It was just loaded.
But it wasn't good as a stag shop swag bag, but that's fine.
But it was just loaded up with all this stuff. I'm like, you're kidding me.
You're like, I'll take 3.
Like, we're actually getting an iPod Touch, and it had books on it already. It was... And then you had so many free credits, and then you're on this train. And okay, so the president of Audible was on the train, the head honcho, and then there was all these people, like his assistant. They were writing stories about stuff. And they would come up to us and start talking to us, like, so why do you love Audible and all that kind of thing. So he came over, and he's like, oh, because there was only 4 of us on this whole train. Only 4 were picked, right?
Yeah.
And he came over and he's like, oh, so you love Audible, that kind of thing. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, so, what got you into it and everything? And I said, well, I have PTSD, and going out, like I couldn't even believe I admitted to that, because this is not something I normally admit to, but it was the truth. And I said, I hate going out in public. Sometimes my mind gets too busy. I get overwhelmed. So I listened to audiobooks. So I was able to, go do grocery shopping and be calm and just listen to them at night when I couldn't shut my brain down. So honestly, I listened to these, and I still do, to about 6 to 8 hours a day. I always have it running in the background. And he's like, you're kidding me. I'm like, no. And I told him, I was a nurse and stuff like that. And he was just like, wow, really? It made that much of a difference to you? And I'm like, yeah, just telling you how it is. And when I first found Audible, I'm like, because I used to love books on tape.
Right.
But they're so expensive. Like back in the 80s, 90s, they were like $30, $40 to get a full thing, right? And here I can listen to, like, for one credit, you can get like a 40-hour book.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like it or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, and it's yours. You get to keep it. You listen to it as much as you want. So then all of a sudden I have these people come over and interviewing me. They're like, are you the nurse? Yeah. And they're like, can we take some pictures? Can we do a video? Can we do all this? I'm like, what the hell?
So Karen pulled out, she went into her purse and pulled out her makeup and her mirror to make sure, just for touch-ups.
I put on the spider eyelashes.
Of course you did.
I got my nails, like the big long nails, done.
I love it.
Yeah. And I put sparkles in my hair.
Stunning.
So I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is... Oh, and before we went, there's a restaurant in downtown Toronto called 11. And it is 5-star, insanely amazing restaurant. And the food was incredible. So we were like treated to this amazing lunch. Then the train. Then we ended up at Chateau Frontenac.
Chateau Frontenac.
They would bring drinks to us. We would just sit there in these like like lazy boy chairs.
So you were like a celebrity.
We were like a celebrity.
It's
and
amazing.
We had this like name tag that said Audible ambassador on it. So we show up at the train. We go to this 5-star hotel, or it really, look up Chateau Frontenac if you want to see it.
Insane.
It's absolutely gorgeous
Yeah.
hotel. Spent the night there. They had, if you want to order this or that up to the room, go ahead. Breakfast the next day was insane. We went to the opening of this in Montreal. And then he called me up and he's like, I want you to come up on with me. So he wasn't going to do that, but he's like, Karen, we want you up here I got pictures with the CEO, the president. And they're like, well, we want to put this out, your story out all over. I'm like, got lost. Anyway,
It's fucking amazing.
and then we end up back at the train, the same deal. And that was the 2-day experience. And it was absolutely insane.
I think that's amazing.
Anyway, so this goes to show you how much I love Audible and how much Audible means to me. But seriously, it's not lame. Then to see my podcast is on Audible. Maybe every podcast is on it. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me.
It doesn't matter. It's just your podcast is on it.
So there you go. So that's my story.
Well, I can't wait to hear us on Audible.
Okay, you can go listen to it.
I'm going to go do my makeup.
But if you can show people and go, look,
I know,
am
it's
on
amazing.
friggin'
Look, I am
Audible.
on Audible.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my Audible story.
Go listen to these voices right now on Audible.
On Audible.
Audible.
Live, kind of. On Audible.
Live, we're pretending. On Audible.
You can rewind this and listen to it again live.
On Audible. I mean, if you guys want us to do a commercial, we're totally cool.
The beginning of every Audible book, I get a tiny little bit of goosebumps. So I'm going to play that for you. Whenever I start a new book,
Yeah?
I get really excited with it.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
This is Audible.
That's it. Whenever I hear that, I know I'm starting like on a whole new adventure with a book.
She's so excited.
Because I love books. And to me, it's like the adventure begins. And at the end of it, it says, I hoped you enjoy this, book, blah, 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 on Audible. And it's the same guy. And it's like, I want to meet the Audible guy.
It's like how I get excited when Morgan Freeman plays God in things. So just thought I'd put that out
That
there.
voice. But anyway,
Amazing.
so that gets me excited. So this is Audible. And it's a whole new adventure ahead of me. And
love
now this podcast is on Audible. Did I say it was on Audible?
It's on Audible.
Anyway, that is the end of today's show.
I had a great time, Karen.
I know you guys miss Erica. I've missed Erica. And
miss you
hopefully
too, Karen.
we may be able to do this again in the future. So much has changed. I mean, we were on a great run.
And then COVID hit.
It did. And it's changed everything. I mean, it's amazing that you are able to come here today. But I mean,
Karen and I live about an hour apart.
Yeah.
So,
it makes it more difficult.
and it does make it difficult.
And what the hours that you work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, you've had to change jobs. And
But Karen's
We
going to
didn't-
be moving closer to me. So,
I hope so.
well, I'm just telling her that now.
Oh,
So
okay.
you'll have to make me.
We have to get out of this apartment.
Yeah.
Okay, this apartment building we lived in was like pretty good when we first moved in.
Yeah.
Now, it's gone to shit.
Yeah. They got to get out.
And here we're going to go ghost hunting,
Yeah, we are.
talking about Halloween,
So excited.
and we'll let you know how that went.
Absolutely.
So thank you everybody for joining us. I can't talk, Erica.
I'll talk. So thank you everybody for listening to us. And thanks for putting up with Karen for all these years.
There you go.
How's that? Is that good? All right, good.
Okay, make sure that you take care of yourself and take care of each other.
And you spay and neuter your animals because Karen can't talk. So,
Peace.
peace.
One love.